Okay, the music should be looks a bit too quiet, but whatever. We'll be changing it in a moment, so maybe the next one will be louder. Hi everybody, by the way. And okay, let me tweet out that the stream is starting. The tweet should be out, and now okay, let me try to get my oh man. Unfortunate, but whatever. Let me not talk about that. I'm trying to get my language server running. And yeah, as the title says, we are going to be starting with the player, rather the wheel animation today, and hopefully we get that done in a reasonably fast, and then we can move on to the player animation. Because I think that's the order these have to be done in. As I've explored this on yesterday's stream. Okay, so I'm probably going to need that. Let's hope the LSP starts. Okay, it is nice. Man, every time it's so scary. Okay, and I have a GIF for you with the villager riding in and going checking out what you're doing and going forward again. Okay, that was probably the worst description I could have given of it. But yeah, there's that. Okay, so let's open Blockbench. Order my windows. Okay, that seems fine. And the animation is, really simple. Just and this has to make a turn. And I'm not sure if that's how fast the wheel is going to go, because I have a variable here. If I go to the wheel keyframes, then there's just a rotation, and it's really simple. And I've given it a variable, so if I change it to -1 and then play it, then it should go backwards. Yep. But I think I also need a speed, actually, because it's a constant speed at the moment, and it takes 2 seconds to rotate. Let's see. So quarter, half, third, yeah, and a quarter. So yeah, 2 seconds to rotate fully. I'm not sure if I'm going to need like a variable that would be responsible for making it. Okay, so I have 360 times the direction. Okay, so I guess I can't. Whatever, let's try to export it, and I'm not too sure what I'm doing, but it shouldn't be that hard. The animation, fine. I think export modded entity animations. Animation, export animations. Wheel. Okay. Let's export the. It's a JSON file. Where do animations go? I don't know. Let's see, what could have. Let me make sure that the music is fine. Seems okay. What mode could have animation? I mean, immersive aircraft probably has some. Let's check that out first. Let's see, where do they go? Also probably look at Joe, GitHub. Minecraft mods to CurseForge, Modrinth. Wonder if he mentions the GitHub actions if you are a developer, or is that manual process? It seems to be done manually. I'm probably not going to need that, but let's see. His last tutorial series. Java introduction for modding. Need fabric. And I need the repository link. Let's see if he has added any animations. What is main? Okay, main seems to be updated. Let's open that and look for animations here too. But okay. Animation, registration, Shen. Okay, it. Rotary cannon, industrial gears. Okay, so these are in assets models. Okay, what's that? Okay, nothing. Model, object, sound, textures, animation variables. Actually, let me see what the file looks like first. Let's put it in here. Sure. Maybe Blockbench has a tutorial on how to do animations. Blockbench wiki. Animation. Oh, that was laggy. Project modeling and animation. Setting up the model, texturing animation. Maybe I should just do it in Java actually. It's not too hard. It's a really simple animation. But let me see what the file looks like. While loop true. Okay, so yeah, that's probably not going to do it. Or actually, there's a direction. But yeah, there's no speed, I don't think. I'm probably just going to do that in Java. It should be easier. Okay, let's see. In the model, we have set angles. Yep. Okay, agent ticks. Not sure what that is. Okay, let's just see if. Okay, I don't think we are going to get any values here actually. Set angles, or maybe we are. Off in set angles. Let's see, limb swing, and then amount. And also, let's see the agent X. Okay. Make sure that this isn't up. Okay, renderer is not. And the biped entity model, okay, is also commented. These are the two, yep. I wanted to I want to try and work with. Let's see if we are getting any values there, or if we take care of that ourselves. Also, while we jump between different files, instead of focusing on one thing, let me check that out. Source, Java or resources, assets, models. Are animations here? Not sure. Behind us, and this have an animation, set angles. Has some kind of animation. The head angles, okay. Verse. Animate movement, update animation. Okay, we have agent X, so I'm guessing I'm supposed to use that for the speed. Let's see what those values look like. Nothing. So that's odd. I did save it. Is it not being called anywhere? Maybe it's supposed to be called in the renderer. That's how the living entity does it. I missed that in the Fabric Wiki. Fabric Wiki. Miscellaneous toolchain. Entity rendering. Where's the renderer? Set angles. Creating an entity. Set angles. Note that set angles and render are both required overrides the entity model class. Our entity now has that. Set angles is used for animating the model, but we'll keep it empty for now. Render is where we tell the cube to show up. Okay, sorry. Answer somebody. So why is that not called? Just make sure that I've found the correct part. Let's see, what if I were to set like let's launch it. And then yeah, okay, it doesn't seem to be old at all. It's odd. The set angles and the render. Animating the model. Fabric set angles. Okay, what if I were to adjust any part here? See this. What do I have? Right. Set angles, okay. Let's see. This is the pivot. Let's see, right. Where's the right? Here. Hot child, cuboid, UV, offset, size. Okay, so I want to adjust whatever. Let's make 45. Let's change all to 45. I really hope it works because I don't want to get stuck on that part. I'm fine with being stuck later, but not 20 minutes into starting it. Not the first actual line of code. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Okay, so that's not being called. So do I have to call it manually instead of the renderer? See, the same way the living entity renderer does it. Set angles. Okay, so is that called only for animation? Probably. Okay, so I need a limb animator. Okay, this will just do it the same way this is done here. So I have to call it. When is it called? Okay. Here. Is it before the UV or after? Model render, feature renderer. Okay, looks like before. Render layer. Okay, before. Oh, that would be here, I'm guessing. This model angles. Okay, entity, limb swing. I don't have these. Don't have agent ticks. L. Where do I get the L from? Get animation progress. Okay. And the G, which is that. Okay, so before we do that, let's handle the limb animator. I need a living entity, or what do I need? Where does it limb animator? Living entity, okay. As that. Let's put it here. And is that then called anywhere? I think it is. Yep, here. Set speed. So in damage. On damage, okay. Update limbs. Okay, so I guess I'll just start with the exact same values. Entity model. Renderer, that in a moment, and the entity renderer. So damage. That has to be done somewhere. Let me check what happens without it. Okay, undamaged. Do I have undamaged? No, I don't. Damage source. Probably undamaged. Time until region, hertz time, sound event. That's damage source, less damage time. So let's see what's the default. Undamaged. Okay, that doesn't have it, and undamaged. Okay, this is just empty. Let me just add it and also see what it looks like without it. This lim animator, set speed, I think that's also 1.5f. Also check what happens without it. Okay, and what's the next spot? In update limbs, for sure, let me have that. Flutter, boolean. Okay, so I don't think I need flutter. Maybe position delta is just fine. Or is it not fine? Previous X. Update limbs. This instance of flutter and false. Okay, so this is just filled only with these. It's in error. Travel controlled. Looks like I just need the difference. Then I get previous and current. Actually, that. Animate damage. Steer can be yanked. Okay, let's have that after steer. Update limb, float position delta. This is the speed. The smaller of those two, position delta. Okay, now I need the position delta, which is that. And that's called in update velocity. Travel, yes, I guess update velocity. Okay, I didn't want to be here. I want it to be here. And the end when I have the difference, okay. Let me remove that. Position delta. And I don't have previous stuff. Don't think. Okay, never mind. I do have them, so that's easy enough. I guess I can just do that. Okay, whatever. Can be here. I don't mind magnitude. Let's call this update limbs. And that is going to call animator update limbs. So let's see what this looks like. Limb animator, and I'm going to need get. Let's get position and speed. Okay, these look promising, and I want to clean that limb swing value. I should hopefully not need it now that I have the limb animator. Unless I'm misunderstanding what it does. Update limbs. See. Okay, so all that is 0. And here it's also 0. My guess is that I'm not taking care of the previous X and Y and Z. Previous X. Yeah, I don't set these anywhere. So let me do that. Okay, this is living entity renderer. Visit that in a moment. Living entity. Previous X. And these are not set here. Where are they set? Code entity. Okay, and it has previous stuff. Doesn't have anything else. Something has to be taking care of it. Let's see. Reset position, update position. Let me try to get the previous stuff. Previous X. And previous Y. Another Z. Let's see if these are updated. And also I think I should command that out for a moment. So that the logs are easier to read. Okay, update limbs, and now I'll use that limb animator inside of the thingy. Update limbs. Okay, maybe it doesn't actually update speed. Okay, it does update speed and position. I call get speed and get pose. Should get these. Let's see. Is previous position being updated? Okay, this is the magnitude, not what it should be, although I'm not sure what it should be. So let's see magnitude. Magnitude delta. Could not be because this hasn't been updated yet and I need to call that somewhere else. Possibly. Okay, that's going to make the most sense. Let's just make sure that the delta is 0, and then I'm not sure where it has to be called. Then not in update velocity, okay, probably in tick after move, something like that. Yeah, okay. Let's see, what would be the better place to call these? See that tick method. The move, update velocity. Okay, so here probably. And it possibly needs to do that only on server. See, update limbs. This is called in travel, and this is called regardless of where you are, just at the end. Set velocity. Okay, so here is update velocity and here's set. And so can I just go do that here? This set step height. I wonder if I could not do it every tick. I have start riding. Let me not do every tick. Check when. Whatever. I'm not sure where I want to check it. So let's see, this is yoinking and oxidizing. I mean, this seems fine. Let's check that out now. By the way, surprised nobody has commented on my cursor yet. No viewer has pointed it out. Okay, so now this seems to be going. And I'm guessing, is this reset somewhere? No, I don't think it is. Okay, so this just keeps going up. I'm guessing the animator takes care of it, because that seems to be very nice. So that was easy enough, and now I wonder why the wheelbarrow did a turn here, but I'm not going to ask the questions I'm not ready to know the answers for, too. And this client, why is that not a getter? It is. Hmm. Odd. So now we gotta move on to the renderer. Use that. Let's check out the living entity renderer. Unify expression value. And I need the set angles part. Let's see, this is done only if the living entity doesn't have a vehicle. And if it's alive. So I guess I want to do that for my wheelbarrow always. So no, that check isn't needed. Let me do that. Rather not this, but entity. G. Okay, so G has to be the tick delta. Pretty sure. Let's see. Third. Yep. Now we have if is baby, and we need that. So let's say this is the limb swing. The limb swing amount. Limb swing amount. Okay, yeah. Has to be limited to 0. Limb swing amount. Okay, so let's see. Next is L, which is get animation progress. Do I have that? I don't. That's unfortunate. Okay, but we will get back to it in a second. Let's see what L is supposed to be. L is 4th, so this is supposed to be Agent X. Next is K and M. Okay, is here. I don't actually have headio, so I can just headio and head pitch. I guess I'm just pass 0, 0 here always. Now I need the get animation progress. This value is passed to other methods when calculating angles for animation. It's typically just the sum of the entities age and x and the past intake delta. So I mean, I don't have it. I guess I do need add it. No other way around that. It can be resolved to a type. Also, a wheelbarrow entity. Okay, now we call these set angles. So that was easy enough, and let's see what that looks like here. Now it should just turn our right wall into that, whatever that's going to turn out to be. Yep. So that's 45 degrees here, here, and not here in the roll for some reason. Okay, so now I need to do that, or rather make the wheel roll, and there are questions that are forming in my head. One of them is when I do the limb animator thingy, so here, like, let me check out, yo, Amanda Lucy, yo, what's up? We are, rather I am, trying to figure out how to add animations to my model, and after that, hopefully to the player when they ride my wheelbarrow. What about you? Okay, I wanted to see if, yeah, okay, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, much more readable when it's not zoomed out, but I need it to be readable for you guys too. It has to stay zoomed out, okay, but when I do the limb animator, here, update limbs, so I get the position delta, I just follow you on Twitter, can I get follow back there? I mean, follow for follow, like back in the good old 2005 days, or rather 2015. Sure, you can. There you go. Follow back. Okay, so change FOV. Now, so yeah, in updates limbs. So yeah, here I call it with the position delta, and that seems to be just the magnitude of the differences. So that's easy enough, and I don't think I can mess with the magnitude. Here I have the modifier multiplier, and I'm not sure where that comes from and what that does. Like if I want my animation to go faster, do I adjust it here or do I adjust it in the renderer? Not sure. Okay, but let's get to that later. Okay, and now I need to find my wheel. Where would my wheel be? Okay, so I need my wheel to be a separate bone. Let's see, I think I need to re-export my Blockbench model. Because, yeah, I think I haven't exported it recently with that newest bone. That should be file and export. Client Java, okay, here. I check out the temp. Man, my Tangles method is going to be messed up now if I ever make any changes. Okay, but maybe I can just copy everything up until that. So yeah, here is the wheel now. Okay, and the wheel is unused and unset, I'm guessing. The blank field wheel may not have been initialized. Okay, so I'm going to need this bottom, rather this wheel equals this bottom get child. I need a wheel. I think that's how you do it. Now I have initialized it, but it's unused. Let me try to check if it's here. Wheel. Override, new textured thingy. Okay, what went wrong? Okay, and the fact that I haven't deleted that model went wrong. But so far it's going really smoothly, so I'm happy about that. Let's make sure that the wheel isn't messed up. Okay, there's a wheel. Now I just need to rotate it. Let's see, how are these used? F and G. So a cosinus of some kind. Pitch, yeah, the pitch is what I want to change. Okay, but I think this is a cosinus because this just keeps on rocking back and forth. I want my wheel to just keep on turning. I mean, it is a cosinus too, I guess. Not sure of what. F and G, limb swing and limb swing amount, sure. Let me just add that and then I will mess with it. The method thingy is missing, is it? It's not. This wheel pitch equals that. Limb swing and there's K also. And that's, I think, roll related. Yeah, that's just one. It's only changed if we are rolling, which we aren't rolling. So I don't need to care about it. Let's see what it's going to look like. I'm expecting it to just go back and forth. Can I scale it here? So just comically large. V scale. Cuboid. new dilation, scale, mirrored build, string. Let me just enlarge it, but how can I do that? Front, okay. What if I were not to add the back? Now it's going to work. And whatever, maybe it will be visible. I don't think I restarted. Yep. Okay, yeah, so it's just wiggling there. That looks funny. It's not exactly what I wanted to do. Hey, buddy. So let me think about it. How can I make it so that it just keeps on going? So I have the limb swing that keeps going up. The limb swing amount is how fast it's going. Times 2 times half, so that's doing nothing actually. Make sure that that's the case. Okay, I don't think I can have it be a cosinus, because cosinus is going to be, let me do some math. Oh man, there's no math in IT. Desmos. Math tools, graphing calculator. Okay, there's no dark mode. But let's do cosinus of x. Yeah, so this is just... How about sinus? Okay, so that's just moved by pi in one direction or the other. Okay, so that should just do the same. Yep. And it's going faster when I'm doing that, so that's good. We are getting somewhere. Now I just need to guess what this is supposed to be. Let's see, if I were to divide that, pitch. Okay, so pitch is just degrees going up. How much math do I want to do here? Let's see, pitch speed, set x rotation, forward, backwards, quadricopter. Okay, so for example, the what is it called? The rotary blade. Is that called that? Not quite. The propeller. Okay, yeah. The propeller of a propeller. Okay, but that's not going to be pitch. I think that's going to be yaw. Actually, it depends on the thingy. Yeah, the yaw or the pitch depends whether the propeller is facing forward or up. Is something that's supposed to just keep going up rather turning the same direction. Turning the same direction, so there should be an example of that. Entity update controller rotate to pilot's head rotation up and down, left and right. Okay, so I need the propeller, I think. Does it have a propeller bone or something like that? Rotorcraft. Check that out. Engine aircraft. Aircraft entity. That's a lot of stuff. Engine utilization, low on fuel. But these are entities. What are the models? Model. Renderers. That's fine. BB model. Were those models just made with? A BB model is a blockbench. Blockbench model Java. Okay, so animations, yep. Okay, whatever, let me just ask ChatGPT about it. I don't want to reason about it at the moment. Okay, I have a wheel. Minecraft fabric. I have a wheel on my model. I want to perpetually turn in relation to set angles, methods, name swing, and name swing amount. Also, there is the. Okay, what is taking care of the agentix age? Is that used anywhere? Actually, what is taking care of the interpolation or whatever, making the animation not be too. Well, how do I phrase it? Not here, but here. Taking care of the animation going smoothly, like not. Yeah, tick speed and whatever. Oh man. Where is that part? So we said agent ticks, and this is just get animation progress. So is that agent ticks then used somewhere in the biped entity model? That's going to be the H, I think, yep. Okay, H in animate arms. Okay, so only in arms for some reason. Maybe let me just not think about it. Wrap degrees. Wrap degrees, what does this do? Wonder if that's going to work. If I were to just increase that. Okay, but let's. Okay, so limb swing and limb swing amount are just perpetually going up, I think. I'm sure that's correct. Limb swing. Again, I think I've checked, but I forgot. Okay, never mind. They are just going up. I remember I checked. Okay. In relation to methods, limb swing and limb swing amount. What would be the way to do it? Set pitch, rather increase pitch. See if it clarifies stuff. Make a wheel on your model perpetually turn. You can utilize the set angles method. Yep, I understand that. It's called every frame to update that. Okay, it's a value that oscillates between 0 and 1. Okay, that's wrong, but it's fine. Calculate the wheel's pitch. Okay, so how does it do it? Just a sinus. Okay, but sinus is going to make it just go back and forth. I don't think I can have this be sine, because it oscillates between 1 and -1, which it go back and forth where Well, it's supposed to rotate in one direction. Okay, I also have to take care of the direction. I forgot about that. Let's add the print actually back, and let's see if the limb swing is going to go down if I go backwards. I don't think it's going to. Somehow have to get the direction. If you want the model to rotate in one direction, given the limb swing parameter oscillates between 0 and 1, you can use it directly to calculate that. So this is just times 360 degrees. Okay, so this is just a number. What's taking care of the possible overflow of that? Oh man, I hate that. It's so useless. Not helpful at all. We have, if I go backwards, okay, it just keeps increasing, so that's not ideal. I need it to go down to. Okay, so I guess I could have it. Okay, so going down, back, down, whatever, shouldn't be that hard. Or is it going to be? Because the first thing that comes to my mind is just setting it in the wheelbarrow entity. What's that? Renderer? Don't care about that. I don't think I can get the direction from anything else. Let's see here in update limbs position delta. I need that to be the like go back down, go down to the position delta. That can be negative, or if that's always positive. Okay, actually, I don't think. How can I detect if I'm going forwards or backwards? Yeah, I don't think I can do position delta. I mean, this is just always positive. Would need to increase it by a difference between the two vectors and then make it like angle aware. Who knew that the game programming has so much math? Position delta 0 0 0 0 messed the logs up. Is going to, if I make the limb swing, go between like up and rock. Oh man, how do I describe it? Just go up and down instead of perpetually up. Is it going to affect the player animation later? Let's see. What the position delta? Yeah, so this is just always positive, which makes sense. Okay. So I need a difference between two vectors, and then I need to multiply it. Okay, I know what I want to do, but I don't know enough about position stuff, related stuff, to make it work. Maybe if the velocity is negative, okay, but that's just for steering, so that's not going to work when you push it. I just need current position vector, previous position vector, and then the difference between those two. That's either positive. Okay, that's okay. I'm just repeating myself. But I wanted to check one more thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to check. Oh man, I shouldn't have closed the game. I wanted to check if the player's legs move differently based on if you're going backwards versus forwards. Maybe if you are going forwards, then first the right leg is moving and then the left leg. And when you are going backwards, these are reversed. Or do they just swing regardless of everything else? Let's see, if I go forwards, okay, then left leg. Okay, so yeah, they don't care because this is just the the limb swing that's going just up and up and up. Yeah, let's see. If I go backwards, if I move, okay, so now the right leg should move forwards. Wait, am I reasoning through correctly? I think the music and that. And just find a new one. Okay, so wait, if I'm going forwards and now the right leg is the one to move. If I move again, yeah, the right leg is again moving, and yeah, the left leg. Now if I move forwards, this is going to be right leg in a moment. Okay, right leg. If I move backwards, which one should it be? Okay, the right leg is moving forwards again, so yeah, makes sense. Yeah, they are just rocking back and forth without care for the direction. But I need to think about the direction actually. Okay, but I also have a math minimum here. Probably means I need to make that absolute. Absolute, yep. Because the speed shouldn't care about that. The speed is okay, position delta. How do I make this? And what's the magnitude actually? It takes in it's a square root of squared magnitude, which is okay, so all of these squared and combined, then squared again. That's odd. I'm not sure why you would do that. Maybe ChatGPT knows. What would in-game programming for model animations, positions, related stuff, what would these two methods be useful for? Vector mathematics, in-game programming. This method calculates the squared magnitude of vector. Okay, yeah. I can read what it's named. It's often useful in situations where you want to compare the lengths of vectors without the computational cost of taking square roots. Okay. Okay, so I don't think I can do that. I need the previous position, current position. Let's see, back 3D, previous position. Okay, but I don't think I care about it being like Y aware. I don't care about it moving up and down. Yeah, actually, it's a wheel, so I don't want it to be affected by the height. its height. So is there hypod? So this is just for the horizontal, not sure why it's called a hypod. There's also these two. What is a hypod? Hypotenuse. Tenuse. Think of the hypotenuse. Okay, so I think that's a thing that's opposing of the. Uh, oh man, I don't know the English words for these. Opposing of the. Mm, of the right angle. The length that's opposing the right angle. So let's see. Yep. Okay, so this is what I want. And I need that between the Minecraft Fabric 1.20.4. I have an entity with previous and current position vectors, and I have its rotation. I need to find difference between previous and current position, but with its yaw, I think, respected. As in, I need the difference to be negative if it moved backwards. In relation to its yaw, or positive if the movement was forwards. Okay, actually, I also think I need the wheel not turn when the movement is sideways. That would be nice. Is that going to be an issue for any other animations though? It is going to be an issue for other animations. So do I just make the wheel turn regardless of if you are going back and forth or sideways? I think that's going to be the easiest and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So let's just do that. Okay, so let's see if ChatGPT helps. In the relative movement of your entity based on its yaw angle, you can use trigonometric functions to calculate the displacement along the direction it's facing. Okay, so that sounds like a thing I want to do. Want calculator, degree to radians. I feel like that variable should be stored somewhere. There should be math thingy. Math radians. Nope. Odd. Because there's probably a lot of places where this is calculated. Let's see, I have delta, radians, and now I do that. Relative movement. What's 8 and 2? Why is there 8 and 2? What does it do? The rhymes. Yes, I know what that is. Why would I want these to be... Man, I love math. Let's see, I need to rotate the vectors. Maybe get position. And can I rotate Y? That's not going to be it. Is it? Yeah, that's not going to be what I want. By the way, rotating. I guess I do need some of that magic, which I was doing already. Yeah, cause yeah, here. No, not here. But actually, yeah. So this is here. Okay, so this is rotating the X and Z by that. Okay, is that it? Same thing. Delta X and delta Z, which is X and Z. Okay, so that seems like a thing I want to do. Let me try. Magnitude. Will I be doing the magnitude again? Magnitude, I think, assumes that all of these are positive. Actually, no, it's never mind. It doesn't. Why can't I go to the definition? Yeah, I can. Yeah, never mind. Because if they are multiplied by each other, then they are always positive. It doesn't care. So what's the offset? Offset would be previous x and previous y. Get order z. This is previous x. Let's see what these to look like. Thingies. Oh, okay, but if I need magnitude of these, this is going to be to always be positive. So how do I determine whether I moved backwards or forwards? In the relative movement. Okay, so let's just add this for fun and see what this is. Fun. Okay, why does it is not complaining about these just existing? Okay, I think because it assumes that these are on the model or rather on the entity, which I don't want to do. Okay, I wonder what all of that is going to look like. Position delta, yeah, I need to determine. Yeah, but then backwards and forwards movements doesn't make sense. Whether the negative movement doesn't make sense if I mean, that's not what I want either. I think actually this is okay, so this should be the thing I want, probably, because these are just random numbers. Yeah, backwards and forwards movement doesn't make sense when you are going sideways. I wonder if this is taking care of it. Yeah, if you went backwards. Yeah, okay, so I can't have that. Um, so let's say the difference is that, which doesn't really make sense. Maybe I need to do x X minus equals, oh man, what layer am I on? X minus equals this get X, and Z minus equals this get Z. That's going to make these be actually the offset. Man, I have no idea what I'm doing. I wish math was easier. Okay, so this is a value again, which I don't want it to be a value. It should be 0. This seems to be actually just, yeah, yo based. Okay, so I don't think I can do it like that. Let's try the ChatGPT way. Put the change in position. Okay, convert your angle to radians, return that. Okay, actually, these are the other way around. I wonder why. Why is Z first? Y. Oh, have I messed up somewhere? Previous Z. Was there a Y? So I have messed up. Let's see. Get Z, Y, 64. Why was it always 64? Didn't it have been Z? Okay, because I have that here. So, let me copy that. Let's go back to the previous solution. Comment it for now. And let's fix that to be the Z. Maybe that's the issue I was having. And let's remove that. Actually, maybe I do want Y because it's kind of funny if it were to rotate when you're falling. I think a wheel rotating while the wheelbarrow is falling looks kind of funny. See if the player is moving when. If the heads. No, they aren't. It's odd. Okay, but I think that's only because they have travel. That's not it. I'm not sure why. Let's see. No, that's still not it. Is there 63 every other time? Have I messed it up? See, we have 7, we have 25, we have 7 and 63 for some reason. Why is there Y? When it should be a Z. That seems like it haven't updated. Okay, but regardless, the server value is wrong anyway. Why is there a Y? Just run that again. System, okay, that's why. My bad. How did that get here? Man, how do you do math? Why are all those rotations so hard? Okay, because what I want to do is, let's say I have a plane like that. This is my plane. A beautiful grid. Yeah, if you are, let's say, here, there's obviously the y-axis too, and move there, assuming that's the way the wheelbarrow is rotated, like here. Wheelbarrow is rotated here. Then you obviously move forwards. And if you go from, let's say, here to there, you moved backwards. Technically, if you moved from here to here, I mean, okay, whatever, it can be, yeah, this can be just backwards and this can be just forwards. That's not the issue. How do I determine where you moved and what's the direction you're moving in? Yeah, so this is wrong again. X is 0 now, for reason. Okay. Let's try the ChatGPT solution and hope it works, and if not, then I will have to come up with something myself. Be the worst. Math to radians, and the yaw is degree to radians. Why is that declared and not used? Okay, I have that. And this is supposed to be z then x, right? Yes. Movement. Okay, so I need these to be. Okay. Let's check that out. Compute the movement direction relative to the yaw angle. So I mean, if this is just positive or negative, then this is going to be really simple. Then I get the magnitude and I pass it somewhere. Pass it to the update limbs too. Oh, actually, you can go sideways, I forgot. Unless you are pushed. Let's say this is negative. And this is also negative. That's really negative, like that's... I think that's how big it is. Hmm. So while these seem to be correct, I'm going forwards, forwards, forwards. So that seems to be right. Here I'm going backwards. Okay, yes, this is what I want. Why is it when I push it sideways, then this is a huge -2, like actually absolutely gigantic. Not by how much this is moving. Is the wheel not turning here? I wonder why it's not turning when it's not being controlled. May have a check for that somewhere. Not here. And not in the model. And by the way, if I update it, that's not going to help anyway. Rather change anything for now because I'm still using cosinus here. The way is it when I move it sideways? Here it's a very small number to the left. Here it's backwards. I think that, okay, I think I know why. Yeah, because this is actually only counting the forward and backwards, so this direction, and it doesn't care about that. Here? No, okay, never mind, that's wrong. Well, let's see, if I put it here... get in. Can you get in, please? Okay. Oh man, I need to disable height step, I think, for a moment. If I rotate it... Now if I were to push it... Why is it just perpetually that? That's pi, actually. Why is that pi? Hmm. I think I cannot use tangents for that. Actually, I think I can. Okay, that's fine, because this is just the forgetting the direction, if it's backwards or forwards. Yeah, I just need the... Okay, so I don't care about the actual value here. I just want the symbol. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but yeah, I just want to know whether it's positive or negative. Mm, that's fine. Man, I wish there was a different way of doing that. So let's just use it and see. So double, maybe just a float. And make these floats. Or let's keep them double. So float, and this is going to be the direction. Equals math Python of z. If that's greater than or equal to 0, then we do 1. And we an integer actually. Otherwise it's -1. And now if here... So here, if I were to do the magnitude, rather the whole hypot magnitude, what's the hypot magnitude? I think that's actually just hypot, and yeah, the squares hypot is... Okay, so that's fine. Hypot of the delta x and the delta z. Whatever, let's just keep all of that. Okay, so here, if inside of the update limbs I pass that, but the speed is going to be negative here. And I think speed always has to be always positive. Does it? Does it have to be positive? I can make the multiplier be the opposite thing to the speed, or rather the position just keeps going up. Whatever, let's just not think about it for now. It's less thinking, more doing. Let's see what that's going to be. The limb swing and limb swing amount now. I would hope that the limb swing is going to go up and down. Based on whether I'm moving forwards or backwards. Actually, shouldn't paddles have some logic related to it, but they are just oscillating with cosinus, so maybe they don't care. No, they do. I will. So yeah, I guess I can check the both entity too. Okay, this is going up. You go backwards, and then this is also going up. Okay. See what that is. Positive. This negative. I wonder why the limb swing amount is not going down. Set speed. Update limbs. Speed. Okay, because it's a smaller of the two. Okay, so actually it could be negative, I think. Never mind, it's not going to be negative because I zero it out. Okay. So this is making it look like the speed cannot be negative. So maybe I need to set a variable is going forwards or is going backwards on the wheelbarrow, and then use that on client. Determine the Now that's not going to help either because I'm using the limb swing amount. Limb swing. Where's limb swing amount? Like the thing that goes between 0 and 1, and the limb swing is thing that keeps going up. Okay, so yeah, because I'm using the limb swing, which is just going up and up and up. So yeah, having a maybe it could help. Maybe I could multiply the limb swing amount by it, or just multiply it by that. Okay, what's going to happen if I make this speed negative? Let's not have that here. And let's not have a 1 here. Let's keep let's see. And let me just change that from cosine be just the limb swing times the limb swing amount. That's I wonder how big that's going to be. Probably kind of big. Over now it should go. Just stop rocking back and forth. Okay, that's funny. It's going. Ah, it's doing something. It seems to be confused. Okay, but that's a start. Let's see what these are now. I think because the speed is going negative and the limb swing amount is also negative, then we just like jump from a one huge positive degree to one huge negative degree. So limb swing amount probably has to be absolute. Okay, so it's going slowly up. Now it's going down, but yeah, that's changed. And just make it absolute. Okay, some progress is being made. I have no idea if this is going to, that's how I'm supposed to do it, but I'm doing it like that. And I really no idea what happens when this number gets too big. How does Java handle overflow? Assign it a value that's too big and do +1 will be undefined. Both are valid outcomes, however, will be the minimum value. So I mean, whatever. Does this integer wrap around? What about floats? For Java 8, underflow, floating point variables, floating point data types. An overflow will result in either positive or negative infinity, and an underflow in a positive or negative 0. Oh. Okay, let's not care about it, because that's a really big number. Have to be there, and I mean, I have no idea how to deal with it. Now, okay, so this amount is for some reason happening. Okay, but it's the same value, so it's not rotating, so it's fine. Oh, it's going back though. So I guess that's why I need it to be 1. Uh, oh. Okay, so where do I take care of this being 1? Let's see, which one is the limb swing amount? Limb swing amount is the get speed, and speed is either going up or down. Wait, what? Oh man, how do I know what's happening? See, if I call update limbs, you pass in the speed that can be negative. The speed can be negative. And the speed is the limb swing amount. Mm. Actually, I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, this is going up, and the limb amount is also positive. Now this is going down, and the amount is negative, but I absolute it. Okay, and if I stop moving, why does it go back to that? Now I think the issue is that it's really confused. Hmm. See what the pitch actually turns out to be. Plus this will pitch. Because if it's like 96. Okay, so I know the issue is that when this goes back down, and like let's say we are at 180, then we multiply it by a really small number and go to a really small degree. Okay, so is that's what the cosine and sine are for. So that this is always between 1 and 0. And then I need to okay. So I do need sine and cosine, or I need a modulo thingy. What's better, sine and cosine or modulo? I don't know. Any ideas? Chat? Anybody? What would be the difference between me doing something like limb swing, math cosine? Is that how you do it? Wheelbarrow entity. So okay, that can be ignored for now. That can be ignored for now. I go to the living entity. Set angles. Actually, never mind. It is biped entity. So yeah, what's the difference between doing some radians stuff, rather cosine, whatever that is, plus, okay, so this is happening first, this is decreasing the value, Then adding a pi to it, so like adding a half a rotation or rotation to it, 180 degrees. Then that's multiplied by the amount. So I guess the difference is that I think the difference is that the limestone is just a value that's going linearly up, and cosine isn't linear. So yeah, it would like the degrees would, okay, whatever, let me just do modulo for now and see if whatever I'm making makes sense. Modulo 180, I use rough degrees. Is that modulo 180 making sense? I think it is. Let's check that out. So what I'm trying to say is that at some points in the learning process, if I'm using that, then it should speed up or slow down. Either yeah, look unnatural, either too fast or too slow. And if I were to use the sine or cosine, then it should be linear. Man, not sure. I don't know. Ah man, it went back again. Okay, because yeah, so that's what I need sine or cosine for. Because this is a really large value. And sine or cosine. Okay, yeah, so I think I've already said it. Let's do that. Double from a float. This is a float and this one's a double. Float isn't just Cas here. This is using a the math helper. Okay, and do I need to modify it anywhere here? I don't think I do. Let me change the song. I mean the ambience. I need to absolute it. Yeah, I also need it to go 190 degrees. Ah. How do I do that? Let's remove that log. Skip the pitch. And first of all, let's absolute it. See what this is going to look like. And how do I make it go from 180, 100? Actually, I think I need, yeah, 360. Do I just multiply it by 360? Probably. Yeah, probably. Is it? Is it doing anything? Why is that calculating stuff? No, it's a really small number. Now it's stopped. Yeah, okay. Now, what happens if I multiply it by 360? Is that a pitch or a float? Yes, it is. Okay. I really should have looked up an example how somebody else does it instead of just trying to figure it out on my own. Head yaw, head pitch, set head angles, clamp. Oh, that looks interesting. Okay, so this is really fast. I think it's still going backward. Do I need to like do... No, let's do 90. Oh man, I'm... Okay, okay, let's just check what that does, and I think I just need to find a solution for it. Like, this isn't a problem I need to be solving. Spending my time on solving. This should be an obvious way to do it. That I don't have the capacity to come up with at the moment. Sure have ever, but definitely not at the moment. This is still really fast, and yeah, this is still going backwards. Hmm. Let's see, f, that is a huge number, plus a half a degree, or rather half a rotation, whatever, 180 degrees, times that divided by stuff. Okay, so actually, wouldn't making it rotate just be increasing one of those values? And I can try. Let's see, float. Do I need to cast it to a float? I mean, whatever. So what if I were to make it 1.6? How big would that be? just try to mess with that. And if not, then we... Am I... By the way, was I being dumb? Is sign not the... Is sign not cosine offset by... It is. And cosine offset by pi. Half a degree, whatever, a radian. Confusing those terms. Why not use a sine there instead of a cosine? No, instead of a... What is it? Is there cosine used anywhere here? There is. In here, get faces. Gyrodyne. Gyrodyne sounds like something that has a rotating element. Okay, so this is not it. Okay, so I see this is just increasing. Yeah, okay, the amplitude. Sense that it would do that. Makes total sense. So I'm starting to think that my initial solution with modulo, using modulo on it, was decent. There's the limb swing amount that I'm not sure how to deal with. What if I were to ignore it? Like, how do I want to go about it? Let's see the aircraft on modules. Is there a thing with... Okay, so there is a thing with a propeller. Multiple things with propellers, actually. Let's see the gyrodyne. It has wings. Does it have anything else? So there are propellers, and where are these being rotated? And that's a lot of translations. A lot. Is there no scroll bar? P S. Okay, so that's crafting, biplane, propeller, also crafting, BB model. Okay, so where is that being animated, and why is there no scroll bar so I could go back up? Can I use home? I can. Nice. Where is the propeller being rotated? Is it being rotated? Is there a video? Okay, my free page. RZ is not rotating then. That's lame, to be frank. Yeah, they are rotating. Now, nice, they are tilting, rolling. Okay, that looks really cool. I can't find the spot. This is being rotated. Okay, so these are all propeller get. Animations. And then we get animations and add them like that. So maybe they, okay, so either they don't care about the speed, or the speed is handled in the animation. So element get as JSON object, bbone, model get animations as a JSON array. So I'd assume that side of the renderer, nope. What have I changed here? Inside of the entity and the model, where are the models? Model item, also BB model, recipes, or models created. Am I being dumb? Because these are BB models. Where does that person, where do they register them? Main, items client, items groups, client main. Get instance, separate camera. Only tick once per tick. Post load. Or the entities and models declared. If not in client main, overlay renderer, key bindings. GUI. Yeah, I think I'm being dumb. Client fabric. Tooltip callback, common fabric. Okay, so there's renderer bootstrap. Register, okay, entities get the renderer new. I go to the entity renderer and do the new create final model. This is just a new model part render handler, and it only needs new wings. Wait, get model. Turn model. Where's the model? This is the model. So model part render handler. BB model, BB object. Is that actually just... Okay, so is that actually just calling stuff on the raw blockbench file? It seems to be, huh? That's animate, animation consumer, run. So that's not ideal because I don't want to download those files and look at them. Maybe it could actually be... Let's just check out one of them. That should be easy enough. BB model, where is a .bb? A biplane gyrodyne. Stay on that one. Let's open it up. That's a really nice looking model. And it has animations, pressing interpolated, engine rotation, propeller. Okay, so it has a rotation here. Engine rotation times 100. Okay. Why? So that one. I think the pivot point is wrong, or I messed up something, but Rosie is not fixing it. So variable engine rotation. Okay, so I mean that's easy enough. Just do that. Where is the engine rotation, for example, used? Is it anywhere? Register engine rotation, okay. Pressing interpolated X, Y, and Z, yaw, pitch, and roll. Set animation variables, okay. BB animation variables. Set engine rotation. Oh man, why is it done like that? Engine rotation gets smooth. Value smooth, update. Plus smooth equals value smooth, decay. Value smooth equals towards decay. Interpolated float. Update by n. So actually, what if I just go back to limb swing? Haven't I tested that? Maybe. But I'm so... Maybe just limb swing is fine. Because it seems to be updated by the amount. It seems to slow down and speed up. Okay, so I don't think I need the limb swing amount, rather the amount, the amplitude. Let's call it that. Maybe that's just for the stuff that goes back and forth like legs. Speaking of legs, I will have to tackle them in a moment. Shouldn't be too hard now that I have these. I think that's just a bit too fast. Let's divide it. Wonder what's better. Not that much, but let's do... Okay, let's do a quarter. Rather, 3/4. So, okay, that was a lot of time to just get the wheel turning, 2 hours. But I was exploring, okay? I was doing research, and the research had to be done. And hopefully, in a moment, we'll be able to just... yeah, in a moment, we'll be moving on to the player animation. Should be the same thing, just... I will know less. So I'm not sure if that's too fast or too slow. Oh, I didn't... Try and push it. And then the wheel is turning, that's nice. If I push it the other way, and the wheel is also turning. So technically there could be a situation where we push it like perfectly perpendicular, and then I think the wheel won't turn. In ChatGPT we trust. So actually that seems like a reasonable wheel speed. It just looks weird when this is moving and the player is not. Hard to... It's throwing me off. I can't tell. It's too fast or too slow. Okay, well that's nice, okay. It may be a bit too fast, especially when you are turning. Okay, but let's now get the player animation, and then I will be able to judge if it's fast or too slow. Let's add a command. Just speed. Let's commit the changes. So you have the math helper, we have the wheel. So that went from bottom to its own group, its own bone. Here we added the entity limb animator. Oh, and I also want to check. Okay, so I need to check what happens when you punch it. Because I think for player entity it makes it so the legs actually, like you jump kinda, you move. I wonder what that looks like for the yeah, that's going to be odd because now this is positive and negative. I'm not sure how it's going to impact the player animation. We will get to that actually just in a moment. Check what happens without it. Okay. Maybe not do every tick. Does it ever overflow? Okay, so I remove that. Okay. Hit entity. Make the wheel turn. Nice. Progress has been made, and now let's see what happens if I punch it. Nothing. So if I punch it while going, okay, also nothing seems to be happening. And it's hard to check, okay. Something like that should work. Let me position myself. Okay, so yeah, nothing is happening. So if I remove these, why did I want custom logic here? Oh yeah, was that if I wasn't going to add any custom logic, and I kind of wanted to add custom logic. Wanted to tell the controlling passenger to take damage and the cargo passenger to be immune. Is it even done here? Not sure. So I can remove these. It should still work fine. Okay, let's turn on something that should be a more lively music. Oh yeah, that's a jam. I remember that. Hello, Mindman. Sub Fan Bjerg. Hopefully that's how you pronounce it. How you doing? So yeah, this is still turning, and now if I punch it while pushing, let me. Oh man, that's so confusing to work with. Okay, yeah, it's fine. Nice. Okay. It's going to be refactor entity. Remove unused. Now let's move on to the hard part, the player. Again, another attempt at making the player walk. So, if here I want to do the wheelbarrow, and do the now if I were to add, is this fabric? Yes, this fabric. Are you familiar? I mean, you must be if you've asked that with modding. Yeah, this is fabric, and I'm going to figure my way, learn my way around it. So is this the biped entity model? It is. Okay, so first thing is the living entity renderer, I think, where I need to uncomment that. Is the music fine? It seems to be fine. If it's too loud, please let me know. Okay, so this makes it so that the check is false when the wheelbarrow entity, we are inside of a wheelbarrow, so let me make sure that works first. Where am I? Biped entity model, don't care about that. Let's remove that log for now. Let's see if now the player should walk when they are riding the wheelbarrow. I can't mod any more than a couple of items now. Well, I not so far I can mod 4 items and 4 entities that are actually one item and one entity with just a different variants, so there we are. Okay, so now I should see this returning the thing. Okay, so return false, and yeah, this is making us move, but by a very small amount. The hands are also moving, which I don't think I want. I don't even have effects on my items. Well, my items can place an entity, and that's it. Okay, so now I need to adjust the amount. I wonder why it's so small when you are riding the wheelbarrow. Yeah, my wheelbarrow can yoink entities, so that's a nice feature. Actually, the only feature of it. So now let me compare the two amounts. I need to uncomment that. And I need to... I don't need that. And I need to uncomment that. Here I need to add this log back. I think that's it. Okay, so this is at head, and here I just log if these are greater than 0. Let me do the same here, only log if they are greater than 0. Just needs to be the limb swing and limb swing amount. And let's make that log match this one. Okay, that doesn't need to be the ref. Okay, I think I can just have it be the values. And the ref is here because I want to modify it at some point. Okay, yeah. Actually, do I want to change it? Okay, let's change the target later, one step at a time. Because I will want that to be... Oh, nice, I can go to the... Here, I can press go to definition, and this goes to the definition. Nice. Yeah, I will want that to be here. Oh man, why are arms before legs? That's unfortunate. I need these to be the other way around, so yeah, I will need to modify these. I think not move. You're using the wheelbarrow. Maybe it's going to be fine. One step at a time. Let's close these. Let's see what the logs look like. Okay, so this should start logging the player. Yep. Okay, and this is going up by a significant amount. When we are inside of the wheelbarrow... Oh man, okay, I will have to check that real fast. Okay, so yeah, now the limb swing is just barely going up for some reason. It's so slow. And the wheelbarrow seems to be doing fine. Limb swing, limb swing. Okay, so maybe I can just... So either I need to use the wheelbarrow's value for it, or figure out why this value is being so small. Why this value is so small. Nice, there are particles. I haven't noticed that. It's cool. I don't need to take care of that. Okay, by the way, I'm pretty sure... Okay, so I think... Why is that being increased by such a small amount? So it's either in the render... No, it's not in the render. I think it is actually. List. Okay, wheelbarrow entity. That's not it. It's either in the render method. I don't think that's here. Because here we just call the limb animator get speed and get position. Yeah, we don't modify them at all. So they are just small here. And since they are set in the living entity, since they are set here, with limbs, flutter. Okay, no, that doesn't make sense because this is just get X and previous X. I'm not sure why they're being called with such small values. So I guess let's just use the wheelbarrow's value for it. And that should be done here. Okay, actually that would mean that I don't need to modify that variable. And instead, I'm also going to need the pitch and the actually will I? No, I think okay, no, I want rather not pitch. Okay, I'm using pitch, yaw. Yeah, I was thinking that I'm going to need the yaw, but that shouldn't be the case. Because you're always like technically you're always forward when you're riding the wheelbarrow. And we are kinda turning here. That looks a bit like you would need the yaw. That's for later. So where do I want to modify it? I think the place to modify it would be definitely the render method, not set angles. But since this is limb swing amount, I'm guessing the head yaw is actually being used. So which is the yaw? I think fifth. That, but head, not head yaw, yes. On the second to last one. Okay, where's K set? If should flip upside down, then we multiply it by that. And here we do if if you have vehicle and the vehicle is an instance of a living entity, then and only then we do that. Wonder why. K is J minus H, which these are the bodio and headio. Okay, so the average between those two. Then this is the bodio of the entity. This is riding. Math helper, ramp degrees, okay. Doesn't the ramp degrees actually take in? Okay, never mind, it doesn't. I was going to ask if it doesn't take in the minimum and maximum values. Guess not. If the square root of that is greater than square root, no, that's not. If this squared is greater than 2500, then we do the thingy, I think. Okay, that's for EO, and I'm not doing EO at the moment, so care about it, and go back to those values. Okay, so technically, before the set angles call, I need to update this to the wheelbarrows, the values the wheelbarrow is working with. Let's try that first. So let's comment that. Here get the limb swing and limb swing amount from the wheelbarrow after adding the limb animator. Let me copy that. Here, modify limb swing values. So if we are riding the wheelbarrow, then we will have to. Okay, so that's not the fun of it because okay, actually, probably have to target those the put values. Why is n is in pose sleeping and the direction? What's n actually? N is the limb swing amount. Where's n declared? So if we are in the sleeping pose and direction is not null, then we just declare it here. Okay, so I think I need to target the put value, the put field here and here. Not store, probably two put fields. Here I just set them to the wheelbarrow values. Okay, so let's first do the logic. Where am I? Here. Under mixing, biped model mixing. Okay, that's going to be useful. Now, and the entity renderer mixing. So I need to modify the fabric mixings. Not that, I was testing something, okay. I need to modify a redirect, nope. On an assignment, neither. Modifying locals, invoke set, so let's see. Shift after, okay, so I can just find the line. Never mind, that's the first local. Here, just choose where I want to modify it, but let's see, redirecting a put field. Modifying multiple arguments, a parameter, and a local variable on assignment. Okay, so that's kind of what I want to do. But I'm not sure what on assignment means. It's not quite a at store. And also this is just, yeah, this I need to blindly guess. Not blindly, but I need to choose the ordinal direction, rather the index it's at. Oh, actually, never mind. I can just modify the parameters here, passing these set angles. Okay, so that should be good enough. Hopefully nobody will have an issue with it. Let's see. I will do that only if the check passes, if you are inside of the wheelbarrow, and if you are its controlling players. I don't think anybody else is going to mind me doing that. So, let's see, modifying an argument, I think that's what you passed. Okay, yes, this is. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Nice. Let's see, I need to do modify arg, multiple arguments actually. Oh, but I need it. Okay, so I think I can just do args. Args. Okay, it should, because I need access to the living entity, so maybe that's how you do it. Not ordinal, but the target should be invoke and set angles, which is I don't return anything, so let's see. Is that correct? Let's see. If the living entity is the player entity, if they are inside of the wheelbarrow, and if they are the controlling passenger of the wheelbarrow. Okay. So, okay, so which arguments do I need? I want the second and third one, and then they should match the ones logged here. So let's see. Render limb swing is going to be args get second. How do I tell it what arg this is going to be? Type parameters. Note. Where do you pass the type parameters? Here? Nope. How does Java work? Be the argument type, or is float uppercase? How do you pass the type parameters in Java? Generic types. That's right. The diamond. Public v. Java, how to pass type parameter. Whatever. Okay, let's not cast this at the moment. I'm reaching amount. Orgs, and this is the third one. This method must return a result. Does it? No, it doesn't. Modify render. Set angles arguments. Parameters. What are these arguments? Arguments, okay. Oh, I haven't updated the target. Let's do that. Recap. We need to find the load the recent. I need to find the living entity renderer. Search class reference. Whatever. There's the biped entity renderer. Oh, it is living. Is that actually what I want to target? Yes. Is it? Yes. No, my bad. I opened the common. Let's search for the class. And let's open that and the render method. No, why does it not end with the assembler again? The compiler, class mode, table, methods. Here, if I go to the render, I'll be able to edit with assembler, okay? Well, that's such a good tool. And here I need the set angles. One thing, could it not be red? Set angles, okay. What's that? What format? Entity. Animate model. Okay, so animate model is first, if I'm not mistaken. And why have I closed it? See, there's animate model, yep, and there's the set angles. So taking the set angles method, paste it here. I guess I have already pasted it. And see, is that all good? Set angles. And the first thing it takes is the entity and then 5 floats and returns void. Seems fine. And that close. Okay, nice. First try. And I'm so good at it. And now there should be no logs until I'm inside of the wheelbarrow. Then there are no logs either. Okay, so yeah. Limiting amount is just going up and up and up. the render. That's odd. It shouldn't happen. Why is the wheelbarrow not being logged now? Why is it only one or the other? Okay, was it just going up or was it just being logged? Let's see. It is going up. That's the limb swing amount. But these are the default values. And this is going up by too small of a value. That's correct. No, it's not going up at all. Yeah, the limb swing is 0. The amount is 5 for some reason. Or rather, the amount is going up. Couldn't that be the other way around? See, so the second one is the limb swing, and then we have the limb swing amount. Yeah. Why is limb swing 0? And this is being logged if we are the player entity. And the limb swing ref is greater than 0. And if the limb swing amount ref is greater than 0. If either or. Why was there no other log actually? What was the wheelbarrow log not showing up? Let's see, because it should be logged all the time, at least while this is moving. You know, this is happening only when I'm in the third person for some reason. I wonder why. Does it know that this is not visible? Okay, I am confused. Where's that log? And this is in biped model entities, set angles, update travel distance. Update set angles. Limb. Okay, so, I know. This is happening only when these. Okay, yeah, when these are greater than 0, and I removed that check, so okay, that makes sense. So this is not being called. Okay, fine. Now let's go back to the render thing. What this is it? This is the renderer. So now I need to get those values again. The same way I do that in the wheelbarrow renderer. And just need to pass them. I need only those two. Now if I set them, they should be set, okay. Should be the same as the wheelbarrows. So if I move that log, doesn't need to be in the wheelbarrow entity, to the wheelbarrow, then I should see the same values. Hopefully. Have I uncommented that? I have. Now there should be a lot of logs. Yeah, so this is for the wheelbarrow. Now, okay, I think I messed up. Okay, but the values are the same because I haven't changed that. So render. Let's make sure these are the same. The correct label, and then we can. Actually, I should have. Player should have moved. So I'm not sure what that's about because I haven't noticed. And the legs swinging. Now it should just be the case of adjusting the values, and then later stopping the legs from swinging. Okay, so we are. Oh man, they're wildly swinging. Oh, so funny. So we seem to be doing just 180s. Hmm. Which is concerning. But at least I have a thumbnail. So there's that. Take a quick picture. I'm trying to find the best angle. That looks decent. Okay. So we got that moving, that's happening. Not sure why. Why this isn't doing the cosine thingy that it should be doing. Because the limb swing seems correct. Now I will probably just work from these set angles. Or rather the biped model entity. Okay, will I be needing that? I don't think I will. Let's remove that and then curse myself when I do need it. Have to come up with it again. Okay, and yeah, here we are going to work with those values. And here I don't need that. Okay, so entity player movement based wheelbarrow values. Okay, so we got something done today. Not sure why this is not assigning the thingy, why they just keep rotating like that. That's odd. We'll just take a look at that again. Do I need that? No, I don't. I mean, this should be everything. So I mean, I either can do that, use the wheelbarrow values, or multiply the multiply the default values. Like go back to having that check. Actually, let me keep that check. To do if wheelbarrow values don't work, use that and multiply them. Use that to modify check and modify, and then multiply values. And that could be the other solution. Let me keep that. And that should be whatever. Refactor for the entity. Keep fallback solution temp to do whatever. We could like that. So yeah, okay, I'm not sure why the hand just kept swinging instead of being cosigned. Yeah, we got somewhere. And let's also check what it looks like on ice. Yeah, I'm expecting the wheel to go really fast. Yeah, the wheel is going really fast. And so are our hands. Oh man, that looks so funny. Yeah, that looks sick. Nice. Look at that. I love it. Oh man, that's so fun. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. And tomorrow we hopefully finish that player's animation. So thanks everybody for watching, and bye!